Alright, this is the most important thing y'all need to know. Gotta go up next to this wall after you complete the first part. Climb up to this top of the wall and then make sure you go all the way to that wooden part over there. You see that ramp on the left? That's where you go up. This is the perfect spot for trolls because you can access the entire map and them trigger blocks can activate some of the traps. Alright, let's move on to the next. There should be a big area of floating balls. What you want to do is swing up there, and there should be an ice path that y'all have to follow. Once you get to the end, there's going to be a huge drop. You just gotta like go down there and bam, you're in a cheat room. You can access everything, even though if some of them don't even work. At least the laser gun works though. Okay, after that, there's a giant cube that teleports you up before you can leave the cheat room. And don't worry about this part, you can easily skip it, just run across it. Bruh. See, I didn't even jump at all. Alright, so at the top of that like wall you climbed up, there should be these little balls that you can like get. They're for activating these traps, like that spike trap that's right there. That little pillar that comes out of nowhere. Once you climb up this thing, this pillar that like you can grapple on, it just like goes into the wall like in that spot. Like that. So there's a trigger block right there that you've seen that's small. That activates them two traps staying with the ball. Oh yeah, I forgot. That wooden thing, it goes up and makes people think that they're going to skip the entire map, so it traps them. Okay, next thing, that bounce pad comes up. That wooden block moves. That grapple pillar thingy goes and bam, 3 traps in one spot. Yeah, that wall comes up at the beginning of the maze. That platform right there goes up, goes into the lava and goes back down, technically trapping people. But it rather helps them or kills them. Just jump up here for another ball location. Also, on the wall, there's a trigger block here that activates just one little spike. And if you enter this room, there's also another trap where it just flies you straight into lava. People might think this is the exit, but people will just climb up this wooden thing just to find themselves to another trap. If you go through like here, so there's like a little spike trap that comes up like that. If you shoot up, that fireball just goes into that little room or a hallway. There's a little trap right here where lava comes down. Yeah, I made so much traps in here, it's not even funny. That's the right way up though. This is technically a trap. So you go down the blue one. This is also, whoops. This is also a trap. You just shoot the ball and it just goes up. Should fix that. There's a little pillar that comes down that like right at that spot. Also, one of these lasers move. That one that's like horizontal like moves this way and just kills people. Shooting in the sky also makes it rain fireballs. And that one that just passed is the one that came from that room. There's another ball location just right into that spot. There's a wooden block and the grapple block that moves. And if you shoot this ball again at this exact spot, again, there should be a wall that comes out of nowhere. Also, shoot the grapple right at that spot for a giant spike to come out of the slide. And at the end of the slide, there should be a bounce block that like bounces you back, and maybe that trap would like work. There's a tube that like comes up and kills people. It's a ginormous one. This wall has like so much needles that comes out. And this is my favorite spot so far because first off, this wall Oh yeah, that's another trap. This thing bounces you up into that thing. This wall, every time you shoot it, that floor just disappears, and it's kind of like a level moment. These grapple balls just rise up once every like 50 seconds, and that like tube comes out of nowhere to the... There's a small needle that, so when people reads it, they'll just like get speared, and there's a bounce pad right under it. So there's a gravel block that swings out of nowhere. There's like 4 traps here in this one spot. Spike trap, 2 of them. Pillar comes out of nowhere, and that one that I pointed at moves. There's that bounce pad just goes up, and look at this. Shoot that ball and bam. My favorite traps in this entire map. There's no traps here except for that moves. The spike comes out of nowhere. There's another spike right there. If you shoot the ball, oh yeah, it's slide, and 3 things move in that spot. Shoot the ball, the floor disappears, and there's also a bounce pad that comes out of the ground and bounces people back. A meteor comes down and just kills everybody in this grappling parkour area. Yeah, that floor goes into the lava. There's no traps in that section, but there's 2 traps at the end. One right there and one right there. And there's also another trap that's in that area where the ice is. There should be a wooden platform, and yeah. Good luck playing this map.